Hey, what's up? It's another episode of Watch You Strappin. These are not watch reviews, they're just quick wristwatch check of the day. Trying to show off a strap pairing with a particular watch. And today I am on a new purchase, a recent acquisition rather, and this is an Autodromo Group B. I guess you should still consider this Series 2 since it does have the spring bars and a number of, I think, other differences besides over the Series 1 Group B. So yeah, this is the Night Stage 4. This is a limited edition, which they usually are in the Autodromo Group B line. Occasionally they will make a night stage which has the grid patterns on the center of the dial, and usually they're limited to, I believe, 200 pieces. This one is, and this is the latest rendition. This is late 2023. They just had a new, I guess, production batch of Group Bs, including this one. I think one new colorway. It's like a green dial with like black accents, where you see orange basically on this watch, except for the grid. They won't have the grids on the standard models, I guess. It's black, and I guess it's black lume too, but I know black lume doesn't shine that well. And the dial's like this greenish color, and they brought back the Corsica blue. What was the one? There's something similar to the Corsica blue, but it's got the more greenish dial, kind of aqua dial, I guess, and what was it? One of their standard colors, either in white or maybe they did an orange one as well. Probably a white, since they brought this out in orange as an accent color. I don't think they have a standard orange one. I think it's just a white. But anyways, we're talking about this one. This is the Night Stage 4. And yeah, I've always wanted to get a night stage. Probably my favorite one was the one back in when they first came out, actually, the light green one. It was silver case, matte blasted. I'm pretty sure it was matte blasted. Black dial with like a light green accents. That one was really nice, but I missed the boat on that, and I think I could find them, like very few examples if I could, on the eBay or secondary market of some sort, but people tend to charge quite a bit for those, and I didn't feel like spending that much. These are roughly around just under $1,000, like high 900s, but then yeah, you can buy them on secondary market. The night stages in particular are pretty collectible, I would say, amongst the micro brand space, and especially if you're into Autodromo. So that's why I think, geez, they can command at least $500, maybe even $1,000 over, from what I've seen. Whether they actually sell that much, I don't know, but they are pretty rare, so I would imagine they can kind of hold their value. But yeah, I missed the last one. I think it was the Night Stage 3, which was pink or red, but it has kind of a more of a pinkish tone to the lines, to the grid. But this one has got the orange color accents, pretty cool. And actually this time they did a couple of things different. Usually it's just a black dial, but this time, if you can see, it's actually, trying to capture it right about there, you can see that it's actually blue, like a really dark blue. Depending on the angle, you can get some bit of blue radiance. It's not really like super bright blue, but it'll show up. This is really pretty cool. I think it's pretty complementary to the orange. It's not just a plain black. You can pretty much see it right about here. What's black obviously is the black center dot that's right over the center, just to make it look like a speedometer or some sort of tachymeter or something, like instrument gauge in your car. What else? The screws that are holding, that's kind of a trademark, the two screws on either side of the center part holds down the dial. It's kind of like some old school cars that have this kind of design to them too. And this time the case is in black. It's black brushed. I thought they said it was DLC coated, but I don't think it is. Kind because I got a little scratch right about here. Somehow today I'm super careful and I wear long sleeve shirts, and I don't recall even have anything hard or abrasive near this wrist, but somehow I got something here, but that's okay. It's gonna happen. It's not super jarring, and it's in a location where you kind of expect it on the bottom of the bracelet anyways. So yeah, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna probably happen right around here. I do have some extra links that I removed from sizing this bracelet, so if I wanted to, it wouldn't be that hard to replace it and get a clean look again, but we'll see. Maybe I might scratch some other ones up. Hopefully not, but yeah, this is on the stock bracelet, obviously, and this is an integrated bracelet design, but as you can sort of see, it does have 20 millimeter lug width, actually, right here. It may seem like it's kind of wide because it goes all the way across the, I guess, this lug area, but the lugs are super thin right here. This is actually 20 millimeter spacing in between here, and I guess the actual lug width and where the band expands, flutes or widens out here, is about another two on the other side, and so I guess it should be about 20, at least 22, maybe 23 millimeters at its widest, and then I have to check, but I'm pretty sure it tapers down to about 16 or so at the clasp butterfly point, which is not bad. It's I don't find it uncomfortable. Sometimes some butterfly clasps can really kind of dig into your wrists on the bottom, just the way they're designed, but this no issues. There are no half links, so it may be tricky to get a perfect fit, but my wrists are 7 inches, or like 6.9, I guess, if you want to be specific. So yeah, I was able to get a pretty good fit, removing 4 on this side and about 3 on this side, and that pretty much lines up the center part with the center of my wrist. Your wrist isn't perfectly even. One side is kind of narrower or not as wide across from center to center as the other side. But anyways, there we go. This is the Night Stage 4. But you can remove this to put on other straps. Most likely this will live on the integrated bracelet. But Autodromo recently, for Black Friday, and I guess for a certain limited time, at least while supplies last, I'm not sure how long this sale or this promotion is, but if you buy a new watch, perhaps over a certain value, but you should be able to get they'll give you a free strap of your choice. And so I actually purchased this before that date, but someone made a comment on Autodromo's Instagram when they announced this promotion, and he was in the same boat as I was. I bought a Night Stage 4 pretty much right on launch, as soon as possible, and we got it, and then they have this promotion after the fact, so it was kind of PO'd, a bit bummed out that as well, that'd be nice if they could, they offer this. It sucks that they offer this promotion after we bought the watch, and I just commented, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I bought this watch at the same time as probably you did, early on, early adopter, and now the sale comes up, and I just said, well, it would be kind of nice if Autodromo would, retroactively, or did I say retrospectively? But basically, since we bought this so, right upon launch, and it's so close to Black Friday anyways, that it would be cool if they offered to give us a free strap anyways, to be part of this promotion. Otherwise, why not just send the watch back and buy it again? But I guess Autodromo read the comments, and he responded to Bradley. Actually, responded to me on there. He's the owner of Autodromo. He said, "Yeah, just send him an email, and he'd be happy to send me a free strap." And that's what I did. And of course, he'd have to confirm that I did actually place an order with him. So I had an order number that I sent to him to confirm. And with that all out of the way, I was able to pick a pretty cool strap to pair with this. I believe I oh God, I can't remember the name of it. It's a dark blue rally strap basically, and it's got like this kind of really fine, I think, grit-like texture to it. Yeah, so that should look pretty good with this. It should pick up on kind of this navy dark blue dial, and I think it'll play nicely with it being a rally strap and having a little bit of texture, add some interest. And in a way, because it's finely gridded, it will kind of match the fact that there's a grid pattern on the dial as well, although not exactly the same, but you know, thematically it's kind of similar. So we'll see when that comes in. So he should be sending that in. I didn't get any notification, but I don't suppose he'll put any particular you know, expedited shipping or tracking on that, but hopefully I will get that not too late, and I can give it a try and show you guys how it will look like on something else other than the stock bracelet. So we'll see when that time comes. So I hope yeah, kind of blabbing on, but I just kind of wanted to talk about this watch and some other things about it while I have it now. And yeah, it's a pretty cool watch. I like the concept of it trying to celebrate the Group B racing of the 80s. And I think this is a really cool design that they put together out of, you know, I mean, I admit I'm kind of falling out of the integrated bracelet hype, but I still kind of like it, and I have had several. If you might have seen my channel, I've had like the Lorenzo Mondio, the DRZ04. I've also owned the Nevada Gretchen, is it Gretchen? F77 with, you know, the blue dial that I had. It's kind of royal oakish looking, but that didn't quite fit. I did a review on it. I still had to edit it and get it up, but there were some details about it that just didn't work for me. And I do feel even a 37 millimeter case, and my wrist is about 7 inches, I do feel that you should have at least a 7¼ inch wrist and higher to really make that watch work, like feel and flow like an integrated bracelet. As it is, you have, like, say like me, 7 inch, which just barely cuts it, but sometimes depending on where it sits on the wrist and the, you know, it kind of doesn't work, and it just yeah, that it doesn't work. I'll see if I can explain it in my when I can post up my video review of it. But this one, yeah, one thing about integrated bracelets that's kind of tricky, that don't work, it makes it hard for really small wrists, I believe, is even if you can get the scale down, you really do have to get at least, you know, down to a decent size. And the main trick is this area right here where the lugs and the case, you know, angled down here. Most integrated bracelet watches, that this width area is quite wide. It doesn't taper in as much, and that coupled with this angled look, and they're usually quite thin and flat too. You can see what's going on this side. It's not it's okay, but then when you exaggerate the width of the lugs, that will show up even more, like this weird kind of non-conforming area in the corners by the lugs. And it's very prevalent on skinnier, smaller wrists. But if you got a wider, full wrist, you're going to fill up that a lot better. And so getting a good integrated bracelet watch to work on I would say 7 inch and below is actually not that easy, I think. But this one works pretty well. It tapers really well. You can see, I mean, the fact that, you know, it's 20 millimeters here already, and it's such a thin lug profile, and just, you know, just works pretty good. And it's thin, yet it doesn't really look like it's kind of awkwardly hanging off of the wrist or something. Let's see from different angles. But yeah, I think as far as integrated bracelet designs go, this one's pretty good. This is 39 millimeters, if I remember correctly, or maybe just shy of that. Maybe it's 38.7 or something like that. But basically a 39 millimeter case size. And even though the lug to lug, because of the way it's designed, can be kind of wide, because it's not really articulating right off of the case and lugs, until you start getting to right about here. I'm trying to center my shot here to show you. Yeah, it can be kind of long, but as long as it's angled down and close enough, it'll still work on smaller wrists. I would say up to a certain point, or rather down to a certain point. And also, this is a very original design for a integrated bracelet watch. A lot of them kind of follow the same generic overdone formula. Some designs I do like, or a particular one I do like, but overall they all start to feel kind of the same and feels a little bit meh. But I like the fact that this is kind of definitely doing its own thing, and it's got its own theme going on. Anyways, that's about it. This is way longer than I wanted it to be, but sometimes that happens. Thanks for watching. Enjoy watches.